Welcome to this 30-minute Hatha yoga to unblock your throat chakra and follow your truth. For today's class, you're going to need 2 blocks, and we're going to start resting back in supported fish pose. So you have a couple of options. You can either have your blocks set up like this, or you can have them on the lower settings like this. And then you're going to rest back over them to begin. So in order to unblock your throat chakra, we need a good foundation in chakras 1, your root chakra, through 4, your heart chakra. So feel the support of the earth underneath you. Breathe into your belly. Allow your breath to expand up into your heart center. And let yourself settle in. We need to be grounded in the root chakra, so feel our connection to the earth. We need to be able to express our feelings in the second chakra, to balance our power in the third chakra, and be connected in our balanced heart and our relationships with ourselves and others in our heart. So if any one of these are missing in 1 through 4, then we're missing the foundation to be able to unblock our throat chakra and follow our truth. Anadea Judith, who is probably the world's most expert on chakras, says that our throat chakra is a vulnerable place because this is where our inside comes out. It's where our inside comes out. And it's where we express ourselves in the world through our voice. Okay, so you're going to very carefully make your way off your blocks, and you can put the blocks off to the side. And then you're going to lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, and just feel the difference from doing that chest opening and a bit of throat opening there on your blocks. And you're going to begin by rolling your head from side to side to do a supported neck release here. Inhale, center. Exhale, roll to the side. And then come back to center. Lift your elbows up off the ground and tuck your shoulder blades under, and we'll add the elbows so you're rolling your head and elbows the same direction. And then we'll do head and elbows, opposite directions. Breathing out as you move. Breathe in center. Breathe out as you move. And then just come back to center. Notice how your head and neck feel. Okay, and then roll to the side. We're going to come up for cat pose. And in cat pose, just start by warming up the spine, really lengthening through the back of the neck. And then when you inhale, looking up. So we're really moving the neck here. Now, when we can't express what happens to us, we kind of deaden ourselves and become more distant from the flow of life, both inside and out. And then our body and our etheric field becomes more dense, and we might have stagnant feelings and diminished energy and less connection with ourselves and others. So the question is, why do we hold back from expressing ourselves? Well, we might feel like we fear somebody else's reaction, maybe ridicule or rejection or anger. But what we're really trying to avoid are our own uncomfortable feelings. So we're going to add a lion's breath here. What we're going to do is we're going to exhale round, and then we're going to take a deep breath in here. And then you're going to exhale, stick your tongue out, and look up with your eyes. So inhale as you round, which I realize is opposite to what you usually do. And exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, round. Exhale, lion's breath. Inhale, round. Exhale, lion's breath. And one more. Inhale, round. Exhale, lion's breath. Great. And then we're going to do some thread the needle. So you're going to inhale, take your right arm out to the side and take the arm between your wrist and your knee. Lower your right shoulder down to the ground. Keep the back of your neck long, and you can rest here. If this bothers your neck, you can always take thread the needle in child's pose. Okay, so your choice, whatever works best for you in your body. And then you're going to come up, and we'll do it on the other side. So inhale, take your left side up and reach your arm through the space between your wrist and your knee. Lower your right shoulder down, stay long through the back of your neck and rest here. And remember, you can sit back into child's pose if this is too much weight pouring through your neck here. And then you're going to come back up center slowly. And we're going to sit in easy pose, and we're going to do the 4 directions of your neck. So it's good to sit up on something, or I'm going to sit kneeling today. So find a comfortable seated position, and you're going to drop your ear to the shoulder. And as you're here, you can ask yourself, what were the messages around communication when you were a child? Were you heard when you spoke? And then you can bring your head back up center. Make sure your neck is in neutral alignment. Your tongue is back in the ridge in your mouth. And then you're going to lower your head to the other side, your ear to the other shoulder. Remember, you don't need a lot for your neck. Your neck is, as Anadea just said, quite a vulnerable area. So this is physically, mentally, emotionally, especially if you've had any soft tissue damage in your neck. Just go really easy here. And then come back center. You're going to lengthen up through the back of your neck so that you're lifting back through the occipital ridge as you bring your chin down towards your chest. So don't just collapse through your chin, but think about lifting up through your head as you lower your chin. So now we're going to ask ourselves, was your truth honored? Did anyone ask your opinion? Was there anybody you could talk to as a child? And then we're going to go the opposite way too. So we're going to open up the front of our neck. So you might not need much here. Just gently open up the front. When you feel that tissue being pulled, you're just going to stop there. Smile. And then come back to center, and you're going to turn your head, and you can just reflect back and recall if you were ever humiliated for saying something stupid. I think we probably all have memories of feeling humiliated for saying something we wish we hadn't said. And come back to the center and other side. Remember, going very gently with your neck as soon as you feel that resistance. We don't need to choose a really hard edge here, just nice and gentle. Less is more with your neck. And then very slowly come back to center. And we're going to come up to standing. Okay, we're going to come up to standing and do some variations of eagle pose. Okay, so from standing, I'm going to give you lots of options here. One of the nice options is to work on your balance just by bringing your feet together. And to sit back, I don't know how I'm going to do this. The ground is really uneven here. Great. Like this. And then one option is to bring your elbows and hands together. You still get into the backs of your shoulders. And to sit like this. Okay, another option is to cross your right leg over your left leg and place your toes on the ground. And you could hook your right arm underneath your left, bring the backs of your hands together or your palms together. So it's easier if you keep your elbows into your body and lower. It's more challenging if you lift and bring them away. So see what works best for you and your body. And of course, you can always lift your right foot off the ground and even hook it. So choose what's going to work best for you and your body today. Sometimes as children, and even as adults, we've been asked to keep lies too, which can block our throat chakra, or we've been asked to keep secrets. Maybe we've been telling lies to avoid punishment or humiliation or protecting others. Okay, so we're going to release and shake that out. Okay, so we'll build that on the other side as well. So we'll start with the feet together and squatting down and elbows together. Okay, and then we can build that. You can stay in this variation, which is fantastic. Or you can cross your left leg over your right and place your toes on the ground. Bring your left arm under your right and bring your backs of your hands together. Maybe your palms together. So whatever works for you and your body. There's also a variation where you hug yourself, which is quite nice too. I often forget about that one, but that's nice. You can lift your foot or even hook your foot. And you're going to release that from your body and take your feet wide. Roll your leg bones over your hips, over your pelvis. And you can fold forward here. And in this one, just let your head dangle on your neck. And you can release it here. So you might want to rotate it back and forth. Say yes and no. Just to feel the weight of your head lengthening your cervical spine, your neck. So the other thing about good communication and unblocking our throat chakra so we can speak our truth is that it really begins by listening, not just to others, but to ourselves. Listening to what's going on in our bodies. And I know that's why so many of you love yoga, because we can really start to attend to the sensations in our body, our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts. And that's really the beginning of self-expression. Is starting by noticing, hey, how am I feeling? What's happening here? And then we're going to come down onto our stomachs. And we're going to come into Sphinx pose. Okay, and Sphinx, you're going to bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, and we're just going to rotate our head around here. So the name for your throat chakra is Vishuddha, which means purification. And so when it comes to unblocking our throat chakra and expressing our truth in the world, first it is a matter of really purifying this channel between our mind and our body, our head and our heart. The location is in our throat, our mouth, our ears, our shoulders. The element is sound. The color is like a really beautiful sky blue. We really develop this capacity in our ability to express ourselves and communicate our truth between the ages of 7 and 12. It has to do with our creative identity. Okay, we're going to come onto our sides now. I'm going to give you an option here so that you can do some fascial release for your ear here as well. We're going to do a twist. So you're going to lie on your side. You have the option to place the block on your ear. You could use a foam roller here too, or a foam block. But just that extra pressure on your ear here will access that ear. And you're going to inhale, roll open. And exhale, roll close. Inhale, roll open. Exhale, roll close. Then we'll do that on the other side as well. So inhaling, rolling open. Exhaling, rolling close. And then coming back to center, and you're going to rest back for Savasana. You can lie flat on your back, or if you want to, you can do the same thing you did at the beginning with your blocks on the other side, or like at a different height. You can go higher or lower, or you can use no blocks at all. As you rest back, either in supported fish pose or Savasana, I'm going to sit and read you a poem while you're in Savasana. This is called Poetry is What by Adrian Mitchell. Poetry is What by Adrian Mitchell. Poetry is a beautiful mud pie washed down with a glass full of stars. Poetry is one of the best ways of singing to the whole wide world, or whispering in the ear of your best friend. Poetry tunnels you out of your dungeon. Poetry captures the three-headed dragon and teaches it judo and frisbee throwing. Poetry is a mammoth in a shopping mall, a beggar with no legs in Disneyland, a chocolate bicycle, a truth burger with French fries, and the moon's own telephone. Poetry is your mind dancing to the drumbeat of your own heart. So you're going to slowly wiggle and stretch out. Make your way up to a seated position. We'll gather the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offer them out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So thank you so much for joining me today. We super appreciate your presence here. I'd love it if you felt inspired to press that like button and to put I'm following my truth burger with fries. I'm following my truth burger with fries in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing and sharing this video with your friends. And if you would like our 10 days of yoga for highly sensitive people, go to melissawest.com/HSP. And I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as the Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.
You didn't see the movie? Oh.
How are they with little kids?
Great, great. He loves kids, yeah. You just have to train him to be gentle, right?
Yes,
Because he doesn't know his own.
Isn't that extraordinary?
Hey, Ross.